Vietnam, a land shrouded in mystery where the misty mountains and dense forests hold secrets untold. A place of stark contrasts and untold stories where modern skyscrapers stand tall beside ancient temples and rural villages coexist with bustling urban centers. From the vibrant chaos of Hanoi's Old Quarter, where motorbikes weave through narrow streets lined with colorful shops, to the serene beauty of Ha Long Bay, with its emerald waters and towering limestone casts, Vietnam is a sensory overload, a feast for the senses with its bustling markets and tantalizing street food. It's a country that lingers in your memory long after you've left, with sunsets over rice paddies and the warmth of its people. But beneath its captivating exterior lies a darker reputation, hidden in the shadows of ancient temples and dark alleyways, a whisper that echoes through the ages, the land of sin. This enigmatic moniker, often uttered with a mix of intrigue and apprehension, speaks to a history fraught with conflict and complexity. It tells of a past marked by war and resilience, with ruins and memorials standing as silent witnesses to the struggles endured. A culture grappling with tradition and modernity, where traditional dances are performed against the backdrop of a vibrant nightlife, and a perception shaped by both outsiders and its own people as foreign tourists mingle with locals and families gather to celebrate their heritage. Is Vietnam truly a den of iniquity? A place where vice reigns supreme in dimly lit bars and nightlife settings? Or is this just a superficial label, a misrepresentation of a nation rich in history, culture, and resilience? We must ask ourselves, is this perception based on reality or merely a superficial label? Vietnam is a land of historical landmarks and vibrant cultural festivals, a place where the past and present intertwine. Join me as we delve into the heart of Vietnam, walking through its markets and talking to local artisans, peeling back the layers of myth and misconception to uncover the truth behind the label. We'll explore the origins of this controversial nickname through historical reenactments and old photographs, tracing the journey of a nation through time, navigate the shadows and lights of its urban landscapes, where the old meets the new in a dance of contrasts, and discover the soul of a nation grappling with its past while forging a new future through the stories of its people, both young and old. Prepare to have your preconceived notions challenged, your senses ignited, and your understanding of Vietnam forever transformed. This journey will take you through diverse landscapes and vibrant celebrations, revealing a Vietnam that is as complex as it is captivating. The roots of Vietnam's sinful reputation run deep, entangled with centuries of foreign influence and internal struggles. To understand the origins of this label, we must journey back in time, tracing the threads of history that have woven this complex narrative. During the French colonial era, Vietnam witnessed a clash of cultures, a collision between Eastern traditions and Western ideologies. The French, with their more liberal attitudes towards gambling, alcohol, and prostitution, inadvertently introduced a new set of values that clashed with Vietnam's Confucian morals. This cultural dissonance, coupled with the social upheaval caused by colonialism, created a fertile ground for vice to flourish. Opium dens, brothels, and gambling houses emerged, catering to both the French elite and a growing underclass of Vietnamese seeking escape from poverty and oppression. As Vietnam fought for independence, first against the French and later against the Americans, the lines between right and wrong became blurred. War, with its inherent brutality and chaos, often breeds desperation, pushing individuals towards illicit activities for survival or profit. The Vietnam War, a brutal chapter in the country's history, left an indelible mark not only on its landscape but also on its global image. The conflict, often portrayed through the lens of Hollywood and Western media, painted a picture of Vietnam as a dangerous and morally ambiguous place. The presence of American soldiers far from home and seeking solace in whatever forms they could find fueled the growth of the sex industry and contributed to the perception of Vietnam as a haven for illicit pleasures. The war's association with drugs, particularly heroin, further cemented this negative image. However, this narrative, while rooted in historical events, fails to capture the full picture. It overlooks the resilience and spirit of the Vietnamese people who endured unimaginable suffering yet emerged from the ashes, with a determination to rebuild their lives and their nation. It's crucial to remember that the Vietnam War was a complex tragedy with victims on all sides. To define Vietnam solely by this dark period is to ignore the richness of its culture, the warmth of its people, and the beauty that lies beyond the shadows of war. Neon lights and dark alleys navigating Vietnam's nightlife. The sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm glow over Hanoi's bustling streets. As the day transitions into night, the city undergoes a transformation. The once busy streets filled with the hustle and bustle of daily life now take on a different character, one that is equally vibrant but in a completely different way. As darkness descends, a different side of Vietnam emerges, a vibrant and often chaotic nightlife that pulses with an energy all its own. The night markets come alive with vendors selling everything from clothes to exotic foods, and the streets are filled with the sounds of laughter, music, and the occasional motorbike horn. From the neon-drenched alleyways of Ho Chi Minh City to the smoky bars of Hanoi's Old Quarter, Vietnam after dark is not for the faint of heart. The neon lights create a surreal atmosphere, casting long shadows and illuminating the faces of those who wander these streets in search of adventure or perhaps just a good time. Beer clubs, with their deafening music and free-flowing alcohol, offer a glimpse into the hedonistic side of Vietnamese youth culture. These clubs are often packed with young people dancing the night away, their faces lit up with the joy and freedom that comes with the night. The music is loud, the drinks are plentiful, and the atmosphere is electric. Street vendors hawk their wares, from steaming bowls of pho to mysterious herbal concoctions promising to cure all that ails you. The aroma of street food fills the air, tempting passers-by to stop and indulge in a late-night snack. These vendors are a staple of Vietnamese nightlife, providing not just food but also a sense of community and tradition. And in the shadows, darker temptations lurk: gambling dens, brothels, and drug dealers catering to those seeking escape or a brush with the illicit. These elements add a layer of danger to the nightlife, a reminder that not everything is as it seems. The allure of the forbidden can be strong, drawing people into a world that is both thrilling and perilous. It's easy to see how, in this environment, the land of sin label might stick. The combination of vibrant nightlife and the presence of vice creates a complex and multifaceted picture of Vietnam after dark. It's a place where the lines between right and wrong can blur, and where the night holds both promise and peril. The availability of vice, coupled with lax law enforcement in certain areas, creates a perception of moral ambiguity. The police presence is often minimal, and this lack of oversight can lead to a sense of lawlessness. However, it's important to remember that this is just one aspect of the nightlife and not representative of the whole. But to categorize Vietnam's nightlife solely by these elements is to miss the bigger picture. There is so much more to the nightlife than just the darker aspects. It's a time for people to come together to celebrate and to enjoy life. The night is filled with laughter, music, and the joy of being with friends and family. For many Vietnamese, these late-night gatherings are about socializing, unwinding after a long day, and enjoying the company of friends and family. It's a time to relax, to let go of the stresses of the day, and to connect with others. The night provides a space for people to come together and share in the simple pleasures of life. It's about sharing a laugh over a cold beer, belting out karaoke tunes with reckless abandon, and experiencing the city's vibrant energy under the cloak of darkness. The nightlife in Vietnam is a rich tapestry of experiences, each one adding to the overall picture of a country that is as complex as it is beautiful. Whether you're looking for excitement, relaxation, or something in between, Vietnam's nightlife has something to offer everyone. Gambling with fate, a glimpse into Vietnam's underbelly. Gambling, an activity deeply ingrained in Vietnamese culture, is often cited as evidence of the country's sinful nature. It is a complex and multifaceted issue that reflects both the historical and contemporary aspects of Vietnamese society. From street corner card games to elaborate casinos frequented by wealthy tourists and locals alike, the allure of chance permeates Vietnamese society. These gambling activities are not just about the thrill of winning money, they are deeply embedded in the social fabric of the country. The Vietnamese government, while officially discouraging gambling, has adopted a somewhat paradoxical approach, allowing certain forms of gambling to flourish while cracking down on others. This duality reflects the government's struggle to balance economic benefits with social concerns. This ambiguity, coupled with a widespread belief in luck and fortune, has created a thriving underground gambling scene. These clandestine activities often operate in the shadows, away from the prying eyes of law enforcement, and are a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of those involved. While it's undeniable that gambling can have negative consequences, leading to addiction and financial ruin for some, it's essential to understand the cultural context in which it exists. Gambling is not merely a vice, it is a reflection of the human desire to take risks and seek fortune. For many Vietnamese, gambling is not merely about winning or losing money, it's a social activity, a way to bond with friends and family, and a chance to test their luck against fate. It is a tradition that has been passed down through generations, and it continues to be a significant part of social gatherings and celebrations. The Vietnamese New Year, or Tet, is a time when gambling reaches fever pitch, with families gathering to play traditional games like Bao Coca Cop, a dice game, and Exoki Dia, a coin game. These games are not just about the money, they're about the joy of coming together and celebrating the new year with loved ones. These games, often played for small stakes, are seen as a harmless form of entertainment and a way to celebrate the festive season. They bring people together, fostering a sense of community and shared experience, and are a reminder of the cultural richness and diversity of Vietnam.